Today I'm gonna review the Ibanez AZES 31, which is part of their so-called educational line. The educational part is because of this smaller body and a shorter scale. The body is, as you can all see, it's an S-type body, but the scale is 25 inches, which is 63.5 millimeters, which is the PRS scale. It's a little shorter than the typical Fender scale. Fender scale is 64.8 millimeters, which is 25.5 inches. But the Gibson scale, the Les Paul scale, is even shorter than this. It's the 62.8 millimeters, which is 24.75 inches. So the scale length isn't really what matters for an educational guitar, or let's define it as it's advertised as a beginner's guitar. This is a guitar which costs around 300 euros, under 300 euros. It's 296 in Germany, where I'm from. So this is a very affordable guitar. It's in the price range of Squier, the Harley Benton brand, Thomann. Yeah, this is a very affordable guitar, and Ibanez has decided to put this AZES line under the popular AZ Premium and the Prestige. The Prestige is way above the price range. The Premium is around $1,000, €1,000, I think. It's way higher than this one. These are priced very low, and in my opinion are great guitars. These have the necessities of an electric guitar, and they tick all the boxes for my taste, and there is not much lacking. Don't let yourself be fooled from the tag beginner's guitar. I don't know if it's a little bit of strategy, because the beginner's guitars are somewhat not bought by so-called advanced players, whatever this is called. It's the same for the Pacifica Yamaha models. They have their tag beginner guitar, so many people won't buy them just because of this one, this beginner tag. And maybe this is a little bit of their the strategy, because honestly, these are great guitars. It's obviously an S-type. You can see this. Three single coils. Single coils are non-branded, but it has the Ibanez special magic factor with this little switch, which offers very distinct alternatives for tones that I will go through in a minute. Okay, first I'd like to play a few tones with normal strat positions, which is the so-called, this is the so-called first position, second, third, fourth, fifth. I'd like to start with the fifth position with just a neck humbucker, because this is the S-type tone for my taste. First, I'd like to play a little bit clean. My amp is a Hughes & Kettner Deluxe Tubemaster Deluxe 40 with a 1x12 cab with a Jensen Jet Series speaker in it. And first I have the clean channel a little bit boosted with gain on the amp itself, but not, maybe it's the edge of breakup. And the Spark Mini, which just makes the tone better for my taste. So this is the clean tone on the 5th position. This is the 4th position. Middle position. Just like on a strat, it's not very usable, this position for my taste. It's just a matter of taste. I know there are many solos recorded in the middle position, but for me it's not very good, and it's the same on this Ibanez AZES. It's very strat-like. This is the 2nd position. It has all the quirk you need. It's just the 2nd position on an S-type guitar. It's okay for my taste. And this is the 1st position, which is just the bridge. It's a little bit too trebly, but you can dial the tone back. It has one tone control for all the positions, so you can dial. Very usable for my taste. Now I'll disable the Spark Mini and add a little bit of the Boss Blues Driver BD2 in a lower gain setting. Second. And first, with a little bit of tone dial back. These are the normal strat positions. I said the S word. the normal strat positions, because it's a stretch type guitar. It's not a Fender, it's an Ibanez, but it has 3 single coils, and the positions are very similar. Now we switch the Dynamix 8 switch, I think it's called like that, which has a few sound alternatives. The first position, the 5th position now, switches these 2 pickups in series, so it's essentially a widespread humbucker. The second position is the same, which are these 2 in parallel, same as before. The middle position disables the middle pickup, which is different than the switch disabled, because this is only the middle pickup. With the switch enabled, you have the middle pickup disabled, and the first and the third pickup are together like telly style. So this is a very nice alternative in sound switching. 4th position is the same again as switch disabled, which are these 2 in parallel. And 1st position are these 2 in series, which is the humbucker on the other end of the pickguard. So I go through the positions in the alternative setting. I think it's a little bit makes more sense to leave the blues driver on, because for me these positions are more for crunch tones. But I'll go through clean tones afterwards quickly. So this is 5th position. This position is, for my taste, a little bit muddy. It's these pickups are not high-end pickups, and you know it's under 300 euro guitar, so it's okay. But this position is not my favorite. It's a little bit boomy, woolly. I can compare positions. This is the Dynamix switch turned off in the 5th position. Turn on. It's very big and woolly. Now let's turn to the middle position, which is the outer 2 pickups. Sounds very nice. Doesn't sound like a telly, but a telly sounds like a telly, and other guitars just try to emulate the pickup configuration, which this one does very well. So now I turn to the 1st position, which are these 2 pickups together as a humbucker, which is very rocky. BD2, the blues driver, and turn on the electroharmonics glove, which is a little bit more gay. added humbucker on the bridge. Very usable for my taste. So all in all, this is a very, very, very nice guitar. The fretwork is flawless. There are no sharp fret ends. The frets are medium jumbo, have a nice height. The neck isn't like the AZES series with a roasted maple or stuff like that. It's just a very woody feeling. It's not really satin. It feels like good feeling bare wood. It has a nice rounded D shape, not too thick. It's maybe a little bit comparable with the AZES series, but not as rounded as the AZES. It's a little bit flatter, and because of the shorter scale, it feels like the fretboard gets a little wider when you go down here. It's a good shape, good neck shape for many tastes of players. I would say it's not a shredder's neck. It's not like an Ibanez shredder neck, because these are beginner guitars, aimed for beginner guitars. These are not only, for my taste, beginner guitars, but they are aimed as that and advertised as that. And so the neck shape has to fit many, many hands. And this is a nice in-between shape, which does feel very nice and much, much better than very expensive lacquered necks, which are sticky and stuff. These are players' necks. You can shred on this. You can even take this as your main guitar if you maybe upgrade the tuners, which are rock solid. I had no problems. They feel nice. They don't feel cheap. But maybe if you use this thing on a regular basis, you might upgrade to locking tuners, stuff like this. You don't have to. These are great. The pickups, maybe this is something one might upgrade if you play this guitar on a regular basis. You don't have to, but these may be the weakest part on this otherwise great feeling guitar. It doesn't feel like $300. It feels like, honestly, $600, $700, something like this. The frets are amazingly rounded. If you buy a Made in Mexico Fender, the frets will feel worse, I guarantee you. These are rounded, these aren't sharp, these are leveled quite perfect. There is no buzzing. The string height is okay. It's a little bit on the high side, but I'm sure you can fix this. There are no dead spots on this fretboard. I checked this through. These are great. The nut is plastic. It's not great, but this is something you might update for $10. It's a very easy upgrade. And yeah, you have no tremolo, of course. It's a stressed guitar, but you don't have no tremolo because in this price range, the tremolo won't stay in tune. We know that. So it's a better decision to make this a fixed bridge. And the bent steel saddles are great. There are no screws sticking out in your palm. It's really great designed. The color is cool. Yeah, there is another color available in this AZES 31 shape. I don't know of the other models, but this one is really a great guitar. And the scale is the PRS scale. So this is not an educational scale. This is not a small guitar for small hands. The body is a little smaller than a Strat, yes. But the scale is perfectly playable. The strings bend easy. You can have 1.5 to 2 tones bending with ease, no problem at all. I think this has tens on it. There is not much to say which is negative about this one, because there really is nothing at all. If you want a trem, okay, this is not the guitar for you. If you want a longer Fender scale, okay, this is not for you. If you if you like lacquered necks, this is not for you, of course. This is the bare bone wooden feeling. Very, very nice crafted. And it ticks all the important boxes for a good guitar. It's very light. It's 3 kilos. It's very resonant. You feel the guitar vibrating in your hands. It feels like an instrument, not like something beginners try to make their first steps. It's an instrument. It's a very good instrument, a good feeling instrument. And it has the neck joint from the AZES. Not in all perfection. It's a little bit thicker and a little bit different, but it's the kind of style. You know this. And yeah, this thing for $300 is a steal in my opinion, and it's better than most Squires and cheaper guitars I personally had in my hands. This thing is it's a bare bone guitar with all the right work done in the right places, and yeah, the things left out which are not necessarily for a good guitar. Okay, thanks very much. I have a pre-recorded loop and I go through a few positions on the sounds while I jam a bit to the pre-recorded loop, and I have the BD2 switch on again. Position 5 on clean with the dynamics switch turned on, so these two in series. Middle position, these two. These two in series. Okay, this was my review of the Ibanez AZES 31 in vermilion, color vermilion. Very lightweight, very resonant, very playable guitar, which is by far exceeding the educational line. Don't let yourself be fooled. If you want a nice guitar with less scaling and with a little bit smaller body, just buy it. It's great. It's a great one. Have fun.